Hey guys, Matt1Cal here with an amateur audiobook review discussion dealy. Today we're talking about Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. This is one of my favorite books. I really love his work. He's very British of an author, and he does a lot of space travel, and he uses the fact that, oh gosh, how can I tell you guys about how much I love this book? I tried to pick a chapter from here that I wanted to read, and I couldn't. It was really hard to pick one because all of the chapters were amazing. There's quotes in here that I use constantly, like "time is an illusion, lunchtime doubly so." I use that one so much. This must be a Thursday. I can never get the hang of Thursdays. Is another thing. There's just a lot of quotes in here, a lot of very memorable characters. It's interesting. It was really interesting doing a reading of it because the book, when it was first written, wasn't written as a book. It was written as a radio play. And so, you know, it felt weird doing all these he saids because it, you know, is designed to be paced like a radio play and have, you know, Foley work where you hear the, you know, clinks of glasses. You have a character say one thing, give a pause, say another thing, and it doesn't work in a novel to do it like that. And so it feels really awkward when I'm reading it to do, you know, to take that type of writing style and read it out loud. It's almost as if the novel isn't designed to be read out loud. Yeah, there's, you know, this is such an important book. It's on my book list of, you know, if I had to come up with a list, it'd be on my list of books that everybody should read, because there is a lot of references to this in pop culture. There's a lot of, you know, if you like webcomics, you see a lot of references to Marvin the Paranoid Android, the Infinite Improbability Drive, you know, people asking for tea and messing up, you know, and freezing a computer with such an illogical request. That's the type of thing, you know, all of those come from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. There's been 2 movies made. I don't know if I own, gazing off into the distance at my, you know, wall of movies. I don't think I have the new Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It was not my favorite. There was like 1 or 2 things that I liked that they did. The special effects were amazing. I think I liked how they did the Hitchhiker's Guide, like the actual book reading sections. That was all good. But I also have the BBC Hitchhiker's Guide made to TV. It's like 4 or 5 hours of just, you know, very slow plotting British humor. And it's really good and it's really funny. But, you know, a lot of it is, you know, it's definitely an older work. And the special effects weren't great. And a lot of the scenes, you know, really depended on the narrator to tell you what was going on, which isn't much of a problem, but, you know, it was definitely not a fast-paced moving thing. And it also included not just Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but stuff from the other books as well. Whereas the new Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy movie added a bunch of stuff, and that wasn't fun. I also did not like their interpretations of Zaphod, and I wasn't horribly pleased with Ford Prefect. Although, you know, they did okay. I did like their Trillion, and then whatever that one British guy's name who's growing big at doing stuff. Bilbo, whatever Bilbo's name is. He was Arthur Dent, and he was pretty good at being Arthur Dent. The Infinite Improbability Drive, I think, it was a lot different in the 2 versions. I really liked, you know, the BBC version because it showed just how insane the Infinite Improbability Drive was. If you were, whereas the movie just, you know, showed how comedic it is because, like, the entire ship turns into a ball of yarn for a couple of minutes. And, you know, both of them are definitely a comedy because it's a comedic work. It's not science fiction. It's a satire of science fiction. And so it uses satires of computers. They've got a computer on the ship who, you know, is extremely annoying because they've tried to, you know, people have tried to give robots fake personalities to help them interact better with humans, and it just makes them ghastly to talk to. And that's a lot of fun. I really love this book series. And people credit Douglas Adams, I believe I credit Douglas Adams at least, for being the first one to have 5 books in a trilogy, or more than 3 books in a trilogy, because there are 5 books and they're so good. Let's see, what else do I have to talk about Douglas Adams about? Yeah, I really love the British humor, the dry British humor. I heard it best when a YouTuber that I listened to was talking in a podcast, and he referred to it how the British find words to be funny, whereas Americans don't as much. And that is extremely true from what I've seen of the types of humor and the jokes that they have in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. A lot of them are based off of wordplay, and you know, a lot of American humor seems to be a bit more slapstick than that, so that isn't as fun. You know, we just have to thank the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy for making, you know, a secondary narration a huge part of the book, like the actual guide entries that have nothing to do with the story, and it just rips into like this large, you know, proof that God doesn't exist, because he proves that he existed by creating, you know, a super useful tool, and just the logical fallacy in that logical solution to the question of God is hilarious, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the plot. And I really, really like the fact that a lot of it doesn't have to do anything with it, and he's a writer that I really, really appreciate. And then I also have, it was there for a bit, it's probably on my bookshelves where it ought to be. I do have the Owen Colfer's you know, series conclusion, and another thing, I believe it's called, and that one's written in the style of Douglas Adams to finish off the series, and it's also really, really good. I really like this book series. You guys should check it out. If you know anybody who needs to hear, you know, this bit of Douglas Adams, please send them either the link to this video, or you can click up there and get the actual reading if you haven't actually heard that yet, and check that out. It's really short. It's only like 5 minutes long. The chapters go really quick. And yeah, please share this video. It helps me out a lot. Leave a like, leave a comment. I love comments. I would love to get comments. But I think that's it for today, guys. Thank you guys for listening to me rant on about this. Check out Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and you'll be able to learn why the world appreciates the number 42. So stay online. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.